She doesn't get accepted. She doesn't get accepted.
Eastbound Grove Street. Take the slip onto Dutch London through the fence. Stand by, direction on Dutch London.
Negative. Northbound Roy Low.
Taking northbound Roy Low, right, eastbound, take the slip over to Jamestown again, VCB.
Same alleyway towards Jamestown. Northbound. Continuing down Jamestown towards Innocent. We're going to be clear for pit on the vehicle. Right on the Capitol Boulevard, correction, Innocent Boulevard eastbound.
I'm 76 with you guys.
Southbound Popular.
Also feels like we're in the middle of nowhere here.
Off-road, alleyway near a power station. This will lead down towards the canals. Into the canals, heading northbound. Taking the ramp up to Innocence Boulevard eastbound.
2 Foxtrot 28, secondary, continuing eastbound Innocence. 22, take it, secondary.
Right, southbound, Bill Avenue. Never pass me, go for it. I need a left, eastbound.
Continuing eastbound through the Foundry. Watch for explosive tankers, taking a little squeeze through the bollards, continuing eastbound through the Foundry. We're gonna have a 13 Bravo. One of the units blew up behind us.
Eastbound El Rancho.
Oh, still got my drink. There it is. Oh, I swear to God, if that's the jump.
Scanlan, you just
Where
want us
is
to break
it?
up and go back to her?
Oh
Or stay
no.
with you?
How did they blow up there? Oh, is there a gas tank up there?
Somebody be able to respond to that.
2 Foxtrot 28, secondary, continuing westbound Innocence Boulevard.
So how you been otherwise?
Channel 1, yeah?
Not bad, how are you?
I believe so.
You know,
westbound Innocence.
getting over being burned to
Yeah,
death
what
and almost
happened?
drowned today.
10-8 units able to respond to that.
Kidnapped by
13
golf
Bravo.
gang.
Oh, same old, same old.
Yeah, they've been trying for a while, so.
Yeah, they seem to have a thing. With just everyone at the moment.
Thank you.
Yeah, they look. It's not the first time they've tried to kidnap me. They've tried to do it several times in the past, and slowly but surely they started learning from their mistakes. So this time they were successful. They forced me to walk into a campfire, and then they stuffed me into a car and threw it in the
Jesus.
ocean. Yeah.
We managed to break out of the car.
Solo box. Stand.
Yeah, highway got to me quick enough though.
Who's our primary target in this
At
vehicle?
least they do that. I think I probably would still be out there.
Copy.
Sorry, I had to turn that radio down. What'd you say?
I said I'd probably still be out there with DPPD.
Yeah. Well, in all honesty, I think you're making a better choice with highway.
Well, I haven't made my choice yet, and I haven't even passed, so
Wow, you know what I mean.
yeah. This uniform looks fucking terrible. Sorry.
Do what?
I said it looks terrible.
I love this uniform.
No,
what are
on
you
the
talking
men it
about?
looks great. On the ladies it looks fucking awful. It looks like a pair of fucking
Doesn't look at
curtains.
Mossberg. She looks great in it.
Alright, got a yellow
No comment.
Cadillac thing.
Then Mondays you get to rock a leather jacket for Midnight Mondays.
Oh god.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you don't have to if you don't want to, but you get to.
One of the males is
That's right. You're more the fucking surfer vibe, right?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Tower 12 routing the Bravo.
Where are we doing this at? Copy that. You want me to go ahead and take her back there?
Christ, am I getting fucking kidnapped?
No, no, it's nothing like that. Why would you think that?
Well, you got fucking skulls on your fountain.
Oh, that's because we deal with pirates all the time.
Right.
Yeah.
He's still
You
in
not
this
see the plank
area
up there?
by these houses.
Yeah, I saw the plank.
Just for the pirates, a
It's
little decor for
interesting.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have more stuff in the car that needs to be moved? Copy that. All right. I'll be right back with you.
Yeah. You guys reckon that we're gonna be highway?
13 Bravo's gonna be code 4. Alright, 12, I'll meet 10-7 off the channel for an interview. If you need me, I'll be on the 80.
Highway 20 number, same traffic.
Dispatch, honestly, most highway patrol will be like that actually as well.
All right, follow me. All right, to the right. See a little tent there. Go inside.
Are you sure?
Where do you want me?
Alright,
Have a seat,
wasn't certain.
right
Yeah,
there.
you can take a seat.
Who's got the grub right now? You nix it.
I have
Good.
some.
There you go, chat.
Mossberg has some, and so does Casey.
The stuff I grabbed is in
Also
the
some in the
fridge,
food in the fridge. Yeah,
fridge
upstairs
rack.
in
Oh
the.
shit! Hell yeah!
I wonder if that actually helps keep stuff cold. Like, is that fridge plugged in?
I think it does keep it fresh for a bit longer
what
than
I
if you were
picked
just
up the
carrying it around in your
chair, yeah.
pockets.
That's good.
It's not gonna last like 2 days or something, but it'll last a bit longer.
Better than nothing. I'm very full right now, but you know, I wanted to go on the road trip anyway.
Okay. So let's make sure we're all yelling. There's nobody around here to hear us anyway. Fox, welcome to the Mantis building.
you.
We wanted to bring you here to swap ideas and make sure that we know as much as we need to know about you, and that you know as much as you need to know about us before we proceed further than this. You know, basically, this is all just going to be about the possibility of bringing you on board to this team. As you know, I'm Lieutenant Nixon. Currently, I'm acting as the head of the San Andreas Highway Patrol. That does not mean in any way, shape, or form, as I think I've already mentioned to you, that you need to impress me in order to get onto the Highway Patrol. What you would really want to do is make sure that you are received well by the other Highway Patrollers that would be on the shift that you would be working, because if you work well with them and they want you on their team, then you'll make it. And if I like you, but they don't like you, then you're not going to make it. It doesn't matter how much I like you. So, with that being said, would you mind telling us a little bit about yourself, who you are, what shift you work, you know, anything that we would need to know about you as a cop?
As a cop or personal or anything?
We'll get into personal stuff later, but more just
Okay.
the career stuff at first, just to like, what would be on the back of your sports baseball card or whatever about your career.
I guess I predominantly did highway patrol from where I came from. It was one of my passions, keeping the highways safe. Moved here and joined the LSPD as a fast track or transfer, I believe. And then I joined DPPD, and to be honest, I joined it because it was pretty close to the beach. It's pretty convenient. Anyways, I do shift 3 stuff, and unfortunately, as we know, shift 3 is fairly graveyard, which is fine by me, you know. Everyone's got to work a specific shift, and if it means I got to keep the graveyards clean, then I have to. Unfortunately, I don't feel like I have a family in DPPD. That's all I'm gonna say about that. So that's me. Not gonna beat around the bush.
Okay.
Okay.
Why do you feel like that? Is it just there isn't really many of them around at that time, or is it kind of just like you gravitate to others?
Yeah, I think I gravitate to others. I mean, I've always got along with many other people. Like, for example, you know, I've gonna throw Gamble under the bus. I've known Gamble for a little bit, and he's always been welcoming and open. Whereas DPPD, I just feel kind of shut out. Doesn't matter what shift I'm in. It just feels empty.
Do you mean that from like a click perspective, or more like
Yeah.
you're when you speak up or have an opinion or a thought or idea, it's more
Mm,
like there's nobody to hear it, or it doesn't really go anywhere?
I think it's kind of a bit of both. I mean, I have an example situation that I probably should follow up on, but you know, long story short, somebody left a rifle in one of the cars. I ended up getting shot in the head by somebody with said rifle, and you know, I've chased up about it and I've said what's going on. You know, there should be consequences, but nothing's happened. I felt I've just been ignored.
Interesting.
And then the clicky stuff, yeah.
Okay. So Casey, to my left here, to your right, had a fantastic point when we were on the way here for this meeting. He said that we want to know not necessarily if you want to join the highway patrol because you want to leave your current department, but rather that you want to join the highway patrol because this is where you actually want to be.
No, I think
Do you feel like that's fair to say? I mean, you mentioned you had
yeah.
highway patrol experience already.
Yeah,
So
look,
that's good.
That's essentially what I live for. It's, you know, I did mention that, you know, the perks of being at Del Perro was by the beach, and I'm not essentially running to highway patrol because I'm running away from DPPD. Like, you know, I could stick in DPPD. I don't give a shit if people have got clicks or whatever. Like, I'm still out here to do my job. And if people are going to have their little clicks and not listen to me, then I don't give a shit. I'm going to do my job either way. But I love highway, and I've always loved highway since I was, you know, a teenager.
Okay.
Previous experience, what was that?
What was that?
You mentioned previous experience. Where, in terms of highway stuff, where was that?
Back in Australia in Melbourne.
Did you get to
Yeah.
drive HSVs?
Yeah, we had HSVs, we had
Oh my god, I envy
interceptors.
you.
Very fast interceptors. So a lot of experience there. But it wasn't just about it's not about driving fast. Like, it's not what highway patrol's about. No, we got to
No, of
enforce many
course.
other
I'm just a
things,
little
yeah.
bit of a...
No, I understand.
Yeah, I'm just a little bit of a car nerd. Yeah, I
no,
get it.
me
yeah,
too.
yeah.
I get you. No, we had lots of things. HSV was definitely a slippery one, but it's just, you know, keeping the highways safe, you know, essentially. So.
Okay. We've asked a couple questions about you, just basics, who you are, what you're about. Before we go into the personal life stuff and kind of figure out who you are as a person and if we're going to click or not, I'd like to tell you a little bit about us as an organization, because I feel like if you're going to be considering a position here, that I want to make sure you have the correct understanding of what it is we do, what we're about. If we're in two different wavelengths, it's going to lead to bad times as you accept the role. So, before I say that, what is your impression from outside of the highway patrol, from a sister law enforcement agency? What do you think the San Andreas Highway Patrol stands for? What are we about? What is our priority?
Honestly, my impression whenever I see you guys, you're always so close and tight-knit. And it almost makes me jealous, in a way. That's all I got.
Okay.
I'm not
Well,
exactly a person for words, as you can see.
That's fine. That's fine. That's certainly there are certainly some people have the gift of gab, and they'll go on and on ad nauseum. I actually have quite a bit of respect for people who say what they feel needs to be said and leaves it at that. That's perfectly fine with me.
There's a
Um,
phrase some people I know like to use. It's show us better than you can tell us, and I think would you say that
Actions speak louder
that's
than words,
apt
yeah.
to you?
hmm. Are you yelling, Mossberg? I'm sitting right next to you, but I can barely hear you.
I am yelling.
Okay.
Ah!
Oh, there you go.
Sorry, jump scare.
Ah. All right. So the highway patrol is often perceived, especially from non-LEOs. I've gotten feedback from civilians and from members of the government. When I ask them that question, Fox, they say, well, the highway patrol priority is traffic enforcement on the side of the highway. They give the speeding tickets, right? That's the ones that give the speeding tickets. So that's what you're all about. You know, enforce the laws and the speed limits on the highway. And that is the perception, and that's by design. That is the set dressing for the highway patrol, and quite literally, yes, that is what you would be expected to do between calls and in downtimes, is to sort of stick to that regimen of not patrolling Mirror Park, not patrolling Sandy Shores, not patrolling the west side of the city, but going up and down the highways, Great Ocean Highway, Route 68, and in between calls, we would just be monitoring traffic, pulling people over, seeing what their excuse is, that kind of thing. But that's not what we're about. That's just the set dressing. Once you get into it, you realize we are a group that, if you've noticed, everybody who pretty much gets interviewed, who joins, who's added to the ranks, has pretty similar resumes. They've usually got a chevron on the shoulder already by the time they're interviewed. It takes a lot for me to consider someone who doesn't even have that. I think it's only happened once. So everyone else has come in with a chevron already on their shoulder, and in addition to the chevron is either a staple of the field training program, or had been one and had some valid reason for being removed from that part. Basically field training. Mentors, coaches. I want to be careful to make sure I'm painting the right picture, because I don't want to make it seem like these are veterans who will look down on people, or we're the highway patrol, we know more than you. It's more like I want to make sure I'm surrounding myself with a team of people that I trust, who are competent, experienced officers, and who can coach and mentor those around them if they feel like they're faltering, or if they don't have a handle on the situation, or aren't sure of themselves what to do. We are the hand behind their back, pushing them forward, saying, I got you, I'm on scene, you're not going to falter, there's a highway patrol member here with you. If you're faltering on the negotiation, if you're sucking on this breach or whatever it is, we're going to try to make sure we're there supporting you. So we're very much a build them up, don't break them down kind of thing. Support your fellow cops and other agencies. Give them words of encouragement. Let them know they're doing a good job. Don't sit there and bark on the radio at them or talk down to them in front of their own people or anything like that. If there's banter, whatever. But I mean, actually insulting them, don't do that. So that's kind of what we're about. Every agency, every sub-department, every certification has their priority, their thing that they... speed, street races, the K9 unit, drug calls. Everyone's got their thing. The highway patrol, our thing is 1077. When another officer is on duty and needs assistance, needs backup, we are there to back them up. We are there to support them. Even if we had something going on, even if it was kind of important to us, the expectation from us right on down to the base level patrolman or patrolwoman would be that we will put our thing aside when possible, as long as we're not putting life and limb on, hold. But if we can put it aside, put it on the side to help that other officer who nobody's listening to, who wants backup, who isn't getting it, who's asking on the radio but nobody's answering them. Need help with that raid? Highway Patrol's going to back you up. You're on a 38, but you're in, the base of Polito and nobody's batting an eyelash. Highway Patrol's on the way. So that's what we're about. That's what we expect of you. Yes, just go on the side of the highway between calls and make it look like that's your thing. But as long as you and I both understand your thing is backing up your fellow officers. 1077's coaching and mentoring.
Yep.
Good?
Yeah, sounds good.
Did I miss anything on that?
No,
Anybody
don't
else?
think so.
Casey, Gamble, Malarkey, Mossberg? Anything else you wanted to add about what we are, what we want to project there?
I think you hit the nail on the head.
Just being
You-
solid,
What
yeah.
do you mean it's Jova?
Great. Okay. All right, so we know about you. You now know about us. Let's talk a little bit. We have some questions. I'll let everybody here ask some questions. I like to start with some basic stuff. So let's see. How long have you said you've been in law enforcement?
Here or overseas?
In your life, yeah. Your career.
I mean, a while.
Okay.
Is
What sort of what sort of certifications do you either have or are you interested in going for?
well, I'm currently probationary in speed. I did apply for motor, but I have heard nothing back, and applied for canine. I'm also part of HR.
Okay.
And that's it.
Any
What do you
FTO
think of
experience?
Gemma
Adam
Zimmerman?
86.
I've only met her
Gemma
once.
Zimmerman.
Goddamn fish in the middle of the intersection at Alta and
Interesting.
Adam's Apple.
What was your
Swinging his
impression?
Stupid little face.
Loud, bubbly, too much for me.
It's a dog.
Good.
Where are you at, sweetheart? We can come pick him up.
If
Anyway,
somebody wants to pick him up, that'd be great.
What's the
Yeah,
20?
For some reason, you're listed as
Alta and
probationary
Adam's Apple.
motor on the roster.
EMS are on the way to pick
Yeah,
him
well,
up.
I'm supposed to be doing a shift with Jeff, but I mean,
Bravo 1 is
Oh.
Yeah.
it's been a bit of a struggle.
Yeah, it's been a big
okay.
struggle. Jeff's part of DPPD.
EMS will be on standby.
You're also a
tonight as
Marine.
well.
Marine
Yeah,
unit.
oh yeah, I forgot about that. I'm not a cert collector. I just expressed interest in a few of them, and then suddenly they all reached out to me, so I don't think I'm interested in canine anymore. I think it's kind of long gone. I'm Marine, and speed, and HR at the moment. And maybe motor, if I can ever get a shift in.
All right. Have you had any field training officer experience or any interest in the field training program?
Overseas I have. At the moment I have displayed no interest at the moment. I'm just sort of focusing on doing my job properly first before I teach everyone else. Plus, some people think I'm miserable.
Why's that?
First impressions, I guess.
She suffers from resting bitch voice.
Yeah. Apparently.
Resting bitch voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
What's that?
It's the same thing as resting bitch face. She just speaks at a particular tone that can be off-putting to people that
Alright.
melt easily.
Ah. I see. Okay.
I don't get that. She kind of reminds me of how Julia Gillard talks, but I don't think any of you would know who
Jesus
that is
Christ, that's an
besides her.
insult.
I have no
don't
idea
know.
who that is.
That's a big insult.
I don't think
Let me
that's
throw
an
a sandwich
insult.
at you.
Two Foxtrot 13 back to
Wow.
service today.
Yeah. So you get the
She
reference.
was a great prime minister.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, I'm happy to teach. I'm happy to teach cadets at some point. You know, I think I can offer a valuable lesson to them. I don't take any shit. You know, it's probably a bit more beneficial having a more serious officer teaching cadets.
It can be, yeah. Takes all different sorts because we get all different sorts of cadets.
So, hey,
It's a
Winona,
huge
are
insult.
you back on your
Yeah.
feet and healthy
Mhm.
and all that?
Hey, Firm.
You've been a cop a long time. What would you say is your favorite type of crime as a police officer to respond to? What calls to pop up usually catch your eye?
There's no Mirabuntas to find, guys.
I have to think about that for a second.
I just saw him at a hospital.
I'm on the way to the hospital.
Too bad Gabitha Goff
1031s and
died. She had,
1060s, I would say.
$40,000 outstanding.
Wait, what?
Okay. What about them?
Oh yeah, Sparks, I tried
seems
to call
to
you,
get
but
your attention.
Our phones are fucked. So
Like, I
hopefully
kind of
it's
like the
good news.
interrogation part of the
I just saw your
1031s.
text.
You know, the
Yeah,
chances of you
yeah,
turning up and,
we
you
can
know, you've got a
25
giant
for your
box truck in the driveway and you're getting two
Alrighty,
different
I'm
stories from
heading to the
people.
hospital.
Essentially trying to, you know,
Oh my God,
decipher
someone's shooting at an
and,
ammunition. I'm gonna check to make sure they're
pull
allowed to
apart
do
both
that.
of the stories that you get. I don't know. Kind of
Lewis
tickles
from
my brain.
Skylar, you could always just
And then
go
obviously
on Quinta and be
1060s as
like,
well,
"Where
'cause
Marabunta's at?" And I bet
I don't know.
someone will
You never know what you're going to expect at a 1060. To
That's
keep
true.
myself on my toes. You know, and you can expect a lot of different things at 31s and 1060s.
That's definitely two types of calls that will keep you on your toes for sure.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like I'm asking a lot of questions. Does anybody else, if you want to jump in, by
No,
all
it's
means,
okay.
I don't want to ask 7 in a row.
Well,
How do
we
you
have,
like your steaks cooked?
Mayor Boots is in a blue
Rare.
color buffalo going.
What do you
Oh,
think
rare.
about
or no fair on.
campaign hat?
Yeah, I don't mind it. I don't think it fit over my hair though.
Looks like.
I do my best to make it work.
Yeah, it looks good.
Just don't look behind me.
Someone you guys were looking for?
If you had a
10-5,
issue
then
with,
Rouse the Legislature, Bravo.
255.
you mentioned that there was an issue where someone had a gun and you ended up getting shot by it. If you have an issue once you join the Highway Patrol
We will 10-12 until
with
the
another
office. It's good.
officer of the same rank as you, let's even say they're in the same law enforcement organization as you, how would you handle that that issue? What would you do?
Walk up to them and ask them what the fuck their problem is, depending on the issue.
All right. Let's say they answer you, but their answer is not satisfactory to you. It doesn't explain why they took the actions that they took, and they seem to shrug off your concerns. What'd you do next?
Take my concerns to the higher chain of command.
All right.
Do
Okay.
you feel
What if the chain of command shrugs you off or just kind of dismisses
Keep
you
going.
a little bit in that
Feed
regard?
I'll keep
dispatch
going
for
until I find someone that gives a shit.
13 Bravo, recent 911 says she's okay. She just fell off her roof and she's responding.
what where do you see yourself in like law enforcement? Like, what is your ultimate goal? Like, where do you want to be when all is said and done? That you feel like, you know what, this is my peak. I'm right where I want to be.
Are you talking rank-wise or?
In general, however you interpret the question.
I'm not too fussed, honestly, on where I end up. Obviously, I want to eventually be at a point where I can have people come to me and rely on me. And again, it's I'm not too fussed on where I am, as long as I can do my job properly. Again, you're not going to get much from me. I just give you short answers.
Not related to that. You find that your traffic stops. Sometimes that is a thing we do. You find you're somebody who gives a lot of warnings, somebody who issues a lot of tickets. No matter where do you feel like you fall in that?
It depends on the history of the driver. If I'm pulling somebody over for, doing 5 over the limit, and, they've got no history whatsoever, I can probably give them the benefit of the doubt. If it's somebody that's got an extensive traffic history, then, definitely not. Depends on the situations and the circumstances, because everyone's different. But most of the time, people should be aware.
Hey, dispatch, Bravo 138 westbound Carcer. Light blue in color Buffalo. One time. Doesn't have a plate.
Rank was mentioned there. What rank do you aspire to? Where would you like to end up?
Yeah, one day I'd like to be a sergeant.
What if, in order to accept a role in the Highway Patrol, we asked that you join at the base rank of patrolman or patrolman rather than come in as a senior? Would that be an issue to you?
I'd have to think about it. I did spend a fair bit of time getting to where I am now. So it would kind of feel like a kick to the stomach.
What if you were informed that every single member had come over with a chevron and voluntarily cast that aside in order to accept a role in the Highway Patrol? Would that influence your decision?
Yeah, I think it would. I think it would be fair. Again, as I said before, it would be a kick to the stomach, but I did say that I'm not too fussed on rank. I still think that people should be able to go to anyone regardless of rank for information or help.
You mentioned fairness there. How important is fairness to you in terms of being treated fairly?
Very important. Nobody likes to be treated unfairly. She's so short with her answers.
What if you were given an order to do something in in a professional capacity that you felt was unfair to the person that you were doing it to, but the person giving the order didn't care if it was fair? They said, "That's the law. I expect you to do it."
Depends what the order is. Could be many different circumstances around it. But, I mean, I'm gonna fight for what's fair for everyone. And if I think something is unfair, then I'm gonna say something about it. Highway patrol.
All right.
Maybe.
I think I've learned quite a bit about Miss Fox. If anybody has any other questions about her personality or about her as a person before I move on to some scenario-based questions.
There's really not much personality there, Nixon,
Going
let's be
once.
real.
Good.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
good.
All right. I wish that Senior Patrolman Winters was here. He does this one much better than me. But I'm going to put you through a thought experiment, a little scenario that we call the mime scenario, okay? This is just telling me a little bit about your thought process. There is no right or wrong answer. It's just a ink blot test, so to speak, all right? You're on patrol. You've joined the Highway Patrol. Congratulations. You pull over a vehicle that's traveling the speed limit on the highway. It pulls off to a side road, and the reason that you pull it over is because you noticed it didn't have a license plate on the back. You call it in, everything's legit. You step up out of your car, you start approaching the driver's side door to conduct what you think is about to be a routine traffic stop. Suddenly, the sole occupant of the vehicle, the driver, flings open the driver's door and steps out onto the road with you and takes several quick steps towards you. They're dressed as a mime. What do you do?
Tell him to get back in the fucking car. I mean, what else you want me to do?
The mime turns around. He puts his head down. He feels sad that he was just spoken to harshly and shuffles his feet back to the door. And then he attempts to open the door, but it's locked. He looks at you frantic, trying to open the door, and he's pointing towards the back seat. He seems nervous.
Yeah.
He beckons you closer. He's waving you over. He's pointing in the back seat.
Anything else? Am I going from there?
Yep.
Well, assuming I've already got 77s on the way from the initial pullover. If not, I'd ask for 77s to hurry the fuck up and get there quicker. I'd have my weapon unholstered. I'd ask him to take some steps back from the vehicle and away from me so I can investigate and see what's in the back. No doubt I'm going to have a look and there's probably nothing in there.
Okay. He takes
Or-
a few steps away
Yeah.
as you approach, and he points to the back seat. You see nothing there.
Yeah.
You look over to him. He's very panicked. His sweat is pouring down his face. He pantomimes like a pregnant belly, and he points in the back seat. And then he points at his watch, and makes like a tap my foot waiting type foot motion.
Mm.
And then he points down the road towards where the hospital is.
Yeah.
He puts his hands together in a begging motion.
I'm going to go from there.
Yep, absolutely. Jump on in.
I tell him to use his fucking words, because he can probably speak. So pull him off to the sidewalk. But, I mean... Anyone in here ever seen a fucking kid in San Andreas?
I haven't.
Yeah, so immediately I think he's fucking lying to me. So... I keep trying to get his ID and everything, and I might even just place him in handcuffs for my own safety, because he's acting like a fucking idiot. Anything
Alright.
else?
A backup unit arrives for you. They stand ably beside you, ready to do anything you ask. The mime takes out his wallet and pretends to unfold it 10 times, while only doing it once, really, and then takes out a comically large driver's license, which he hands to you. It appears to be valid.
Mm-hmm.
He then continues to point at his watch and point down the road, making a begging motion.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Well, he's on my time now. I'd have a look at his license. Or I'd get another unit too, because I don't want to be in my MDW when there's someone in front of me that's not in handcuffs. May even place him in handcuffs for my own safety if he poses a threat, which at the moment I think he does because he looks like he might have escaped a fucking mental asylum because he's acting like an absolute idiot. Check his license, make sure it checks out, start writing up my ticket. Try and get him on his way as quickly as possible because if he taps his feet at me one more time, I'm gonna fucking lose it.
Mime takes his ID back and puts it into his wallet, and as he sees you writing the citation, he shrugs at you and seems confused about why he's receiving a citation.
And I explained to him that he's got no fucking registration on his car. And I'm gonna ask him why he has no registration plates on his car. And he'll probably give me some interesting excuse, which I'm about to hear.
He glances over to where the license plate is as you point out to him that he's got no license plate on the car. His jaw drops.
Delta 8610.
He's mortified. He looks at you and then looks around, scanning the horizon as if to be looking, where has my license plate gone? And then he puts his finger up in a eureka type moment. And then he walks over to the trunk and tries to open it, but it won't open. He points at the trunk and beckons you over. He keeps pointing at the trunk.
Nothing else?
No, that's it.
Alright, well, I'll ask him if I have, if I'm good to open the trunk. I'll try and open it for him while I have other units obviously keep a close eye on him, because again, he seems like he's escaped from a fucking asylum.
He nods fervently and gives you a thumbs up.
Alright. Open the trunk. What do I find?
All right, you open the trunk. You see a bag. Large black bag
I'm calling the fucking bomb squad at this point, man.
with a drawstring at the top.
I'm calling the fucking bomb squad.
You call the bomb squad. They say they'll be there in 15 minutes. Meanwhile, the mime overhears you on the radio and frowns. And then just points at the bag and makes like an opening motion as if opening a door or opening a bag. And then points at you.
Oh, you could be like the polka dot guy.
Is that a thing?
Well, if they're gonna
Yeah,
be
I
15
saw it in the
minutes, then I'm not wasting my time.
Into the Spider-Verse.
I open the bag, and what do I find?
See a rubber
that'd be
chicken.
Mid Spice.
You
Jesus
see a
Christ.
ladder, extendable ladder that telescopes out. You see a bouquet of flowers. 3 bowling pins.
Oh my god.
No bowling ball though. A tennis racket. And a license plate.
Yeah. Alright, well, I'm
The
gonna pull
mime
the
points
license
at the
plate
license
out.
plate.
Yeah.
And then he makes a whoof movement with his sweat, wiping the sweat from his brow as if to say, "Whoof, there it is."
Right, well, I'm gonna take the license plate out and check that it's the license plate that matches the VIN of the vehicle.
The license plate matches the VIN. Not
Right.
reported stolen.
I'm gonna ask him why the hell it was in a bag in the trunk in the first place.
The mime gets a worried look on his face and then looks back at his watch and goes, and then makes that pantomiming motion with the pregnant belly, and then points at the trunk and then points at the hospital, as if to say, "It must have been my wife."
Right. First of all, I'm gonna ask why the hell his wife would take a fucking number plate off his car randomly. And then I'm gonna ask, well, I'm gonna say it's not my fault that, he's decided to have some fucking crotch goblins. And I'm gonna, tell him that he's the registered owner of the vehicle. It's his responsibility to make sure that the vehicle is roadworthy and has the correct license plate displayed before he leaves.
You see the mime quickly and deftly attach the license plate to the license plate area, attaches it firmly. And then he closes the trunk to his car, turns around, and he has a bouquet of flowers in his hands, which he extends to you.
Don't accept gifts.
Dispatch 2, Foxtrot 28.
Don't like flowers. I'm not taking them.
The mime frowns and shuffles back to the driver's side door with his head down, sniffling as if to cry.
Yeah? Does he think I care?
He looks back at you over his shoulder, and then shrugs, and then waves goodbye sadly.
Well, I didn't tell him he could fucking go. How's he gonna get in his car and unlock the trunk?
He attempts to open the door and then realizes it's still locked.
Yeah.
Then he looks at you and then beckons you closer and then points at the lock and makes a begging motion.
Okay. I'm going to ask him to step away again as I unlock the vehicle. And then I'm going to tell him why I shouldn't give him a citation. Give me one good reason why I shouldn't give him a citation.
He thinks on that for a moment.
Yeah.
And then looking at the open door, he looks at you and then points at you and then makes a heroic gesture as if to say, "You're a hero. My hero."
Right. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to say, get in the damn car. I'm going to escort you to the hospital. And if I find out that you're lying about this fucking crotch goblin, you're going straight to prison. How's that?
Mime agrees, nodding his head vehemently, then hops in the car.
Yeah. Escort him to the hospital. What do I find?
When you get to the hospital, he parks legally. It takes him 5 minutes to find a legal parking spot. And then he runs worried right into the hospital. Gets to the main directory and looks which floor the deliveries are on and goes to the unit where his mime wife is.
Fuck,
and
she's a mime as well. Jesus
You
Christ.
can barely keep up with him as he gets to the right spot. And just as you are around the corner, you hear a baby crying. The doctor says, "Congratulations. It's a girl." And the mime, with a big grin on his face, embraces his mime wife and then points to you as if to say to her, "It's thanks to her that I got here in time."
I'm just going to say
The
congratulations.
mime wife has
I hope
tears
it's not
streaming
a
down her
fucking mime.
face
Yeah?
as she points at you and smiles.
And then?
They read your name tag. And then they write a little name tag on the baby and then put it right on the baby and they name the baby after
Oh,
you.
Jesus Christ. I'll be pretty pissed off because I don't want my fucking name to be on a mime.
It's already on her now. It's already on the baby.
I'm gonna fucking legally change my name. You don't know me as Jennifer anymore. I'd also be questioning about the legitimacy of the child if it doesn't come out with a white face and mimey things on it, you know.
Well, you don't know the details of the pregnancy, you know.
Alright, well, I just walk out and say,
Yeah,
Oh.
she might have cheated.
yeah, well. If that kid can't
All in a
pull,
day's
you know, a
work.
billion little bloody mime moves, then I'm not interested.
I think you did pretty good there. I think you handled that pretty well.
Now you go to the courthouse to change your name and you find the judge is a mime.
I'm fucking leaving. I'm going back to Australia.
Everyone in Australia is mimes now.
Casey, I swear to God.
You've actually entered a portal into a world where everybody is a mime, and that was just you, the non-mime.
Is murder illegal there?
Presumably.
Right. Well, I'd probably come back down to Earth because, you know, that's where we live right now and we don't have portals.
All right. That was the only real scenario question that I had before we move on to the test. So it's really hard to go back once we start the test. So if anybody else has any questions for Miss Fox before we proceed,
I'm crying, that was so
anything that you
good.
wanted
Average
to ask.
KFC order.
Wicked wings.
All right.
Good. Good.
Spicy wicked wings, side of chips, spicy sauce, Pepsi Max.
Okay. Respect.
Okay.
Not a. Are you gonna be a big fan of Mime Mondays?
No.
Yo, that
I swear to God.
Oh, she doesn't know about Mime Monday here?
No.
Highway Patrol?
No.
No, I was told it was Leather Jacket Monday.
Ooh.
No, we swap it out. That's Midnight Mondays. Sometimes we do
Right.
Money Mondays where we dress up
June.
like pimps.
Alright,
Yeah.
well, I'm gonna
Sometimes
tell
we,
you that if I
um,
come 41 on
Mime
a Monday,
Mondays this month.
I'm gonna mime to
Oh.
you that I'm going 42.
pass
You
it
know
on
what?
to HR.
Respect.
That's very
Only if you audibly 42 within 30 seconds of the 41. We could table Mime Mondays.
Yeah, we'll workshop that a little bit. All right, so so I feel like we know quite a bit about you professionally and personally. I feel like you know enough about us to proceed. There's just one last thing we need to do before we conclude here today, which is to conduct a very quick test.
I know we have the famous bowl here.
To make sure that you're right for the job. Okay, then we can talk about in private about the interview, and we'll reach back out to you. Okay, so I mentioned earlier that, you know, our primary call is 1077s, and the set dressing is that we roam on the side of the highways and enforce the laws and all that kind of stuff. I haven't been completely honest with you, Miss Fox. There is a higher calling that each member of the Highway Patrol has, a job that we take quite seriously here, and that nobody outside this organization is aware of. So, have you ever been driving down the street and heard anybody yell out to you, your girl was fucked up last night?
Yeah.
Or hey, nice car.
Yeah, a lot.
Mm-hmm. You think that's what you heard, okay? Because that's what they want you to think. What that actually was a wireless data transfer data packet being sent to 5G radio towers to be transmitted all over the world to an army of automaton synthetic humans that are amongst us, replacing us one by one every day until there are none of us left. And we stand between them and the rest of humanity. That which remains. Part of your job, should you choose to accept a role with the Highway Patrol, Miss Fox, would be to hunt down these synthetic humans hiding amongst us, to root them out and destroy them before they can do the same in kind to the human race.
Yeah.
Do you accept this responsibility?
Sure, why not? Don't mind a challenge.
Very good. Well, before we consider adding you, obviously it would be very, very disadvantageous for our cause if we were to bring somebody on board who had already been replaced by a synth. So, I need to put you through a brief test to determine if you are, in fact, a real, genuine human, or if at some point in your life you were replaced by a synthetic and had human memories implanted into your central processing unit.
Are we, like,
This
made
will
of
only take a
metal,
few
or-
moments. You would not necessarily be made of metal. They can bleed. They're made of calcium deposits, just like humans are. They farm human bones and organs and replace them into their sick, twisted, fleshy bodies. So, yes, they could be hiding amongst us. You might even be one and not even realize it. But this test will help determine that.
Yeah.
Of course, if you are a synth, you understand you won't be permitted to walk out this tent. This will be the end for you. So, just want to make sure you know what you're getting into.
Yep.
All right, let's just start with some baseline questions. These are the low-intensity questions, but sometimes these will be enough to get a result. We got low, medium, and high. So, let's
This is
see.
so
Let's start
intense.
with, are you taking any drugs?
No.
Using the first words that come into your mind, describe your childhood.
Traumatic.
Okay. Some of these questions will be pointed and require a direct answer. Some of them will more be provocative statements or scenarios that you might find yourself in with no clear question.
Fucking
If I
hell.
ask something like that, just think about it for just a second, and then just tell me, blurt out what thoughts you have, what
Oh my
you're
God.
feeling, okay?
This is so funny.
Never mind, we're trying to catch up to a speeder right now.
A man's dressed in rags as he approaches you on the street and asks you for money.
Yeah.
This is the part where you let me know what you're thinking or what you would do.
So he's dressed in
How that makes
rags
you
and he
feel.
approaches me for money.
That's correct.
Okay,
That's
well,
the whole scenario.
how much money are we talking? Chump change? Change for the bus? Money so he can buy drugs or alcohol? That probably led
His
him to
teeth
be
are
on the
rotten.
streets?
His rags are covered in dirt and muck. It looks like he slept outside, and he smells like he could use a shower. Probably any money would help the man.
Well, I'd say too bad, so sad I don't carry cash. It's 2024, we're not a cash society anymore. She's so
You're
heartless.
crying.
What?
Why is that?
I haven't cried for about 28 years.
Then why are you crying now?
Why are you lying to me?
You're at a party with friends. You notice someone across the room. You find them very attractive.
Yeah? Natural human attraction is, well, natural. You could be married and still be attracted to other people. I'd look at them and go, yeah, they look pretty cool, pretty nice. And then I'd go about my business. I don't have time for that shit.
You return home from work to find that your home has been burglarized. The door is kicked open and your mattress has been flipped upside down. Your belongings are all over the ground.
Yeah, I'd grab my gun out, go through the house, see if anyone's in there. If they are, I'll probably shoot them. No one's in there, I'm gonna pick up all my shit, put it back to where it belongs after I take photos of it. Call somebody from the department, see if they can come and investigate it, and then go to fucking sleep.
You're having a conversation with your best friend. They tell you about their day, and in doing so, you realize that they've done something that makes you very angry.
I don't have a best friend.
Interesting. I'm afraid we didn't get any results from the low-intensity questions. I'm going to have to increase the intensity a little bit. See if we can get anything resembling a human reaction from you. Okay, here's a good one.
She's so fucking bad.
This is a scenario that takes place in the future. You have returned home from work one day. In this scenario, you have a child. He's a boy. He comes home from school, opens the door. Hi, Mom, as he shrugs his backpack onto the ground and sits down at the table sulking. You're about to ask him what's wrong. You realize he has a black eye.
Time to go pick up his backpack and hang it up properly first, and then come down and tell me what happened. I'm not gonna pander to him.
War has broken out. You've been drafted into the army. During boot camp, you're bound, blindfolded, and forced to eat worms.
I've eaten worse.
That sounds like a treat.
Yeah.
You're 7 years old. It's the first day of school. The teacher calls on you. You stand up and attempt to answer the question to the best of your ability. The teacher informs you that you're wrong and calls you stupid in front of the whole class.
Calls me what? Stupid.
She called you stupid.
Oh, see, at least I'm not a fucking teacher. Sit back down.
What's the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to you?
Put one of my shoes on the wrong foot.
Let's try some more intense questions here. It's late at night. You're watching television, and suddenly you notice a wasp crawling up your wrist.
Flick it off.
You're giving a speech to a crowd of hundreds. First, one person starts to laugh. He leans over and says something to the people around him. Soon, the whole audience is roaring with laughter and pointing at you.
Well, I'd probably ask them what the joke was. Then I'd laugh with them.
I see.
You either laugh
We'll
with
just go
people, or
ahead
you're
and...
either laughing with someone or you're laughing at someone.
Yeah, that's true. Good. Okay, let's just go ahead and get straight to the high-intensity questions here. I'm sure we can get something
Jeez.
here. All right, let's see. You mentioned earlier you like the campaign hats. Do you like my campaign hat?
Yeah.
Baby hide.
Yeah.
Pure, genuine, human baby hide.
Crotch goblin. I'd call you a sick fuck and have you arrested. Ask you where you got it from.
You've been kidnapped. Your captors tell you that you'd better think about what you did to deserve this.
That's a pretty reasonable scenario. Surprised it hasn't happened already. Sorry, what was it? Repeat it again? Ask me what I did to deserve this.
Mm-hmm. They tell you that you'd better think about it.
Probably the situation with my husband where he got shot in the head by Maddox and now they're trying to find me. Something like that.
You're watching an old movie on television. The guests are enjoying raw oysters, and the entree consists of boiled dog.
Say boiled dog.
That's what I said.
Look, I may come across as a, unemotional robot, but you don't fuck with animals. Say whoever cooked it, whoever eats it, whoever associates with it gets the fuck out of my house.
So safe to say that you'd change the channel or turn off the television?
Oh, sorry, I thought you meant they actually served it up. Yeah. Oh, well, I mean, if it depends on the movie. I mean, there's some pretty fucked up
some
movies
old
out
movie
there.
on TV. You're just channel surfing as it comes on.
Okay, well, depends on the context of what's happening on the screen. Could be a horror movie, could be anything. So, people are going to take that seriously, then they shouldn't be watching movies.
You're in the desert, walking along in the sand, when all of a sudden, you look down and see a tortoise. It's crawling towards you. You reach down and flip the tortoise onto its back. The tortoise lays on its back, its belly baking in the hot sun, beating its legs, trying to turn itself over. But it can't. Not without your help. But you're not helping. Why is that?
Well, I figured if I'm stranded in the desert somewhere, which is I imagine what the scenario is, I'm probably going to pick the tortoise up and try and fucking eat it so I can survive.
I see. So
If
only
that's the
some
situation.
animals are what matter to you,
Oh,
not
yeah.
not ones that can benefit you directly.
I mean, if I'm stranded in the middle of the desert and life or death right now is eating a tortoise, I'm going to eat it.
You're at a restaurant with friends. One of them orders lobster. The chef drops the lobster into a tub of boiling water while you watch.
Yeah. It's her choice. I'm not going to force my, diet habits or whatever onto somebody else. It's like walking into the room and telling everyone you're a vegan.
You're going to die.
Yeah.
It may be soon. Death. The grave. Rot. How does that make you feel?
Pretty good. Means I can sleep longer. Have you ever had a good night's sleep? I think I had 2 hours last night.
Huh.
Oh my god, this is so bad.
A coworker lies to get the promotion you wanted. If you report it, they will most likely be fired and you'll receive the promotion. Do you turn them in?
Well, it depends what they lied about.
Let's say they lied about former experience.
I mean, it's gonna come back and clap them pretty quickly, but I'm gonna say something. Not for the benefit of myself, but the benefit of the other people in the department. It's like me lying on my resume saying that I'm a fucking, rocket scientist.
You're on a farm. You get into the pen to feed the pigs. In their excitement, the animals knock you to the ground in the mud. Using a butcher's knife, you slit the throat of the nearest sow. You're covered in blood as you stumble to your feet.
I'm sorry, why am I slitting the throat of one when I've just
That's a
been knocked
great
over?
question. You must have been enraged.
Takes a lot to get me enraged.
Well, tell that to the dead sow. You just slit its throat.
Right, well, if I slit its throat, then it's gonna make a good, good dinner.
I suppose so. A friend owes you money and claims to be broke. You notice the same friend wearing an expensive watch the next day. How do you handle the situation?
Could have been a gift. Tell her that she should be smart and sell it if she wants to make some money. Unless it's a family heirloom. But anyway, it's not my business.
You're in a park. You see a young girl flying a kite. She's alone. The girl begins to wrap the line tightly around her neck. Her skin bleeds.
Can I go and get it away from her neck? I'm gonna watch a little girl die. Then I'm gonna tell her to stop flying the kite. It's fucking stupid.
Okay. I think I have two more questions. Here we are. Imagine that you're lost in a dark forest. You come upon a frightened young girl. A pack of wild wolves has surrounded her. But then you realize she's a replicant. Would you save her?
A replicant?
That's right.
The hell's a replicant?
Synthetic human.
Oh, that one. Yeah, I just shoot her in the face, to be honest.
Oh, I like that. Okay. All right. Last question then. Very simple. What do you think it's like to be a replicant?
What do I think it's like to be a replicant?
Mm-hmm.
It's actually pretty nice, yeah. You know, we're all like really tight-knit family. I'm just messing with you. I have no idea what it's like. I've never met one. I don't think that they even exist. I call it a replicant. So I can fuck off out of here.
I see. Okay. All right, that'll conclude the VK test. I suppose we'll have to analyze these results. I'll ship them over to Winter's office, and maybe he'll be able to get some sense out of this. Good. All right. Well, I think we've learned enough about you personally, enough about you professionally, and enough about your humanity. And you've had quite a few opportunities to ask us questions as well. Is there anything else that you'd like to ask or anything else you'd like to know before we part ways here, Miss Fox?
Are you a replicant?
That's funny.
Every single member of the Highway Patrol has been carefully vetted before being joined to our ranks, Miss Fox.
How do I know that you're
Very
not
good
all
question,
replicants?
though.
Yeah, still unsure about Rob Mist, though.
Hmm.
Mist actually had his tests done twice and reevaluated, so we're pretty sure about
did he
him.
get it twice? I didn't know he got it twice.
Yeah, we had to follow up with him and do a second test.
Oh, man.
So, but he did come back as having some human emotion, so.
Okay.
Yeah, unreplicatable by these machines. Okay. So basically, I'm happy with what you've told me, Miss Fox. We are going to converse over the course of the coming days about you, about your work, about if you think you're going to fit, that type of thing. We typically have an answer back for you in about a week. What I need you to do, just as a matter of protocol and of course professional courtesy, is I need you to make sure that DPPD's chain of command is aware that you are
I've already
interviewing
told
with
them.
us. Fantastic. Okay, as long as I don't want to blindside anybody. So if they know what's going on, I will keep you in the loop, and I will keep them in the loop in the coming, let's say, week. And you will not be simply thrown up in front of a meeting saying, "Will you accept?" I will try to reach out to you and make sure that you're offered a position, and if you accept it, I'll let you know what our next step is as far as actually making that official. Okay, so you'll have
Cool.
time to think about it as well.
Sounds good to me.
All right, thank you so much for coming down here, Miss Fox, and expressing your interest in interviewing with us. We really appreciate the time.
All right, have a good one.
See ya, Fox. Be safe.
All right.
That was so fun. That was so good. Oh my god, that was like completely different to... I want to join just based off that interview. That was so fun. They actually do some really fun stuff. That was so good. How do you think Fox went? I think she went really badly on that last part. She was such a robot. She's just like swearing so much as well. That was funny. Oh my god! Virus, thank you so much. Thank you. Oh my god, thank you so much for the 5 gifties. Comes in, follows, and then, oh my god. Oh, much love from Matt's chat. I hope you guys enjoyed that. That was so funny. Honestly, a huge props to Matt. That was so much fun. I absolutely love people that can roleplay like really weird shit like that. She did fantastic. She showed 0 emotion, exactly what Highway Patrol need, right? Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. No, Matt is amazing. I always love RPing with him when I get a chance to, but you know, he's shift 2 into shift 3, so it's very difficult to... Oh, I locked it. It's very difficult to even like sort of come across Matt sometimes. Shouldn't be wearing it. Walks away. Sounds like a microwave. That'd be funny as.
Dispatch to Foxtrot 28.
The mime one was so funny though. Crotch goblins.
Copy that, marking it 10-8.
3 Bravo 99 10-8.
Doing the same thing but with the sparkly emoji, Fox, because you're great.
You had a 41
Hi, you're a robot! See how Robin would answer it? Oh my god, I actually don't even know how she would answer that. Robin has a tendency of talking a lot. She has a tendency of just talking so... Oh my god, Mist, you need to go back and watch it. It was so funny. All the questions about, like, being a robot and shit, and, like, you know, the mime scenario, it was hilarious. Oh, it would have been so good if you were there. That was just so intense. Adult life, I know. I have to do that soon anyway. We've been streaming for like 4.5 hours and I've kind of neglected the dog. He's been snoozing in the garden all day, which has been really good, but he's going to wake up soon. He's probably going to be full of energy, so I think I might take him to the dog park, try and wear him out a little bit. Hopefully there's no other dogs there because he's not great with other dogs. Take him to the dog park and then go to the gym. I'm feeling, no, honestly, just basing it off that interview, that was so much fun. That whole interview process was fantastic and it just felt so engaging and welcoming. But like, one of them to ask you, you're walking in the woods, there's no one around you and your phone is dead, out of the corner of your eye, spot him, Shia LaBeouf. I'd be like, bruh, what happened? Oh no, is that my real estate? Wow, so they're saying that I have, like, so my garage door, right, my garage door has got a dent in it. Just a dent. And I have not, like, I haven't managed to get anyone to come and fix it yet. And they said the owners are requesting an update on the door. When will this be booked in so I get an update? Should we not hear from you, a notice to remedy breach may be issued. I noticed a remedy breach for me not managing to find the time to fix the fucking garage door. Honestly, I feel like photoshopping it for the time being to keep them bloody happy. Photoshop it, send it to them, and be like, yep, it's fixed, and then fucking fix it later. Just be like, look, it's fixed. I'd be like, oh, where's the $900 that you guys owe me for the emergency plumbing that we had to do at midnight one night? Because the plumbing system in this house is so fucking old and shit. It's not even an old house, too. It's like a new house. It's just such a bad plumbing design that we had the fucking great punami of 2023. So all the shit came up from the drains and that and just flooded the house. And it wasn't even us, like... The plumber said to us that it was the design of the pipes and stuff just gets backed up in the pipes. And I was like, well, that's not our fault then, but the plumber didn't put it on his report, so then they blamed us. Yeah, they would have a fraud case. It'd be kind of funny. It wouldn't be fraud. They'd just probably breach us. Interesting. Honestly, I'm tempted to just go out there now and kick it. I honestly think it just needs a big kick and it would be fixed. Seriously? Just like a rubber mallet, bit of cloth over the top of it, and just smash it, and it would probably fix it. It's a pretty big dent, so heat it up. I don't know. Alright, let's get some, actually no, should we get some money? Let's go get some, we've been on shift now. We'll wait until this evening if we play her. Oh my god. That's the hospital. You got 2 days, you kick it so hard that it dents outwards. Oh, I need to put some fuel in this thing and fix it first. It's only fair. Council system. I think we need to fix this car first before we go off duty. It's not fair to put it back the way it is. And put some fuel in it.
Alpha 88, 1041 any actives? No actives at this time.
No, I haven't. I'm gonna try it later. Let's try it later and send him a photo. It should pop out. I'm just really annoyed because the real estate lady, she sent somebody out to quote the garage door without asking me. She just said, oh yeah, we sent someone out to do a quote. And I was like, did you think of maybe asking me before doing that? Like, I might have organized somebody myself. Anyway, they come back and they're like, yeah, we're going to have to replace the whole panel. It's going to be like $1,600. I'm like, well, you can fuck off. I'm not paying that much. That's ridiculous. It's actually ridiculous how expensive that is. I just want to get there and fix the car and go to deal with the dog and go have a shower and stuff. Something I hate, like, no, $1,600, not $1,600. $1,600. $16,000 get you a new garage door. When I do day streams, I get like, I don't know, it just gets really hot in here. Even though it's nice and cool outside, it still gets a little bit warm in this room, and I end up just a bit sweaty, so I'm gonna go have a shower. Ebony. How are you? I should be like, can they fix the fucking lawn? You know, when we moved into the property, the property was just covered in weeds.
Box Route 21, traffic clear, 1 citation issued. 10-8.
Legit, when I moved into this house, the lawn was just like, there's barely any grass. It was just weeds, but they mowed it so it looked a bit nicer. I got photos of it. So, I'm gonna turn around and be like, yeah, I fixed the garage door. Can the owner do something about the lawns that we've been dealing with for like 2 years? I'm just maintaining their weeds, you know. I'm not forking out a shit ton of cash to fix the lawns that were like that when I moved in. I already forked out my own money to fix the garden beds, because the garden beds were just shit. Just sending a photo to one of the dent remover guys that I know. I know I took a photo of it. There we go, got it. Da-da-da. Living is a living free.
Hey, Fox.
Hey, Mickey, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. Tired, but usual.
We got a runner!
Alright, let me go ahead and take a look.
Back on patrol?
Not today. I've been trying to figure out. We finally got the deed to the station. up
Oh, really?
north,
That's
so,
fantastic.
Yeah, we've been
Took long enough. I
sitting
mean,
out. Yeah. Tell
don't
me
have
about
any idea why we got a Davis PD and stuff first, but you know, not my place to say, I guess.
Yeah, your guess is as good as mine.
Yeah.
So I've been doing a lot of mapping out and what the future of the department's gonna look like. Kind of excited about it.
Is it by the
Had
radio
I
tower?
gotten the building months ago, I think. Oh. Excuse me. Had I gotten the building months ago, I think it would be very different for what I
Yeah.
have envisioned now. Which
How
is
different?
I think very different because now I think I want to open an educational civilian side of state parks.
Oh, educate people on the wildlife and
Yeah.
all that.
Oh my god, I would
Hire
love
people
that.
who can teach about the wildlife and even do like animal meet and greets or even trail guides or something like that.
Trail guides? Oh my god. Maybe a little like you guys take us hunting?
I'd say hiking, not hunting.
Yeah, I think it's
Wait, is hunting bad over here?
No, you can
No,
hunt
no.
legally. It's just, you know, I think people would probably prefer to go hiking and, you know, animal spotting
Yeah,
rather
trail
than
guides.
Yeah.
See, but
ranges, they
but
take care of
what if
animals
I've
and whatnot,
never
so
gone
probably not wanting
hunting
to shoot
before,
the animal.
and I need a guide?
You can make a hunting guide if you want.
But I think that'd be fun. I mean, I couldn't do it.
Well,
I've never gone hunting.
I was able to get the
You can
debris
always learn.
out from under the vehicle.
Oh,
and
thank you so
Sounds terrifying. There's
Yeah.
always
And it should be
cougars
good to
after
go.
my ass.
Oh, thank you so
Yeah.
much. Oh my god, it looks so
let me
much
get away from
better.
these doors. I can-
Lots of cougars up in the north.
Yeah.
Wow. It looks so nice.
Told you he's
On
the best
top of
car
it-
washer.
If I'm able to do
I would be
exactly
so down
that,
for an RP hiking trip
I'll
for
be
sure.
able to
Okay, let me help you.
employ,
Okay, over here.
Yeah.
environmental scientists, like scientists who can
Okay, it looks
come up
looks
with,
like a
you know,
Just some dents and
little
stuff.
bit of damage. Yeah, I
Yeah.
can
well,
take care
we're
of that.
working on
Cool.
like a mace, right?
Give me one
That
moment.
we can use on like more aggressive animals to prevent them from attacking people.
And can I get your state ID,
And then
please?
their lives are
11239.
saved. People's lives are saved.
You all macing them?
A type of bear mace that's been modified for those
Just to
negative
verify,
makeup with some of our
11239.
more
Yeah.
predatory animals here, yeah.
How you doing, Miley? Thank you so much for the roleplay earlier, Mr. Bruno.
Yeah.
Mr. Bruno.
Yes.
Where's Richard?
There's a lot of them over here. Lots of cougars screaming at me.
Okay, and just give me a moment with the vehicle, and I will get it taken care of.
God. See, it's beautiful over there, but nobody ever goes.
I love this
Nobody's ever
song.
over there. So you guys would be bringing a lot of life. Fucking, I do think you should take virgins on fucking hunting trips. Too though.
I think there's already a business that does hunting guides.
Wait,
They're
did
just
you?
waiting to be able
Do they really?
Yeah, I think they
And
do.
you have some windows out as well.
Brilliant. That's fuck. That's
They
a
do, like,
billion-dollar
ATV
business.
Guided, yeah, they do like ATV guided hunting
Don't you
regimens.
think that's a billion-dollar business?
It was kind of funny when we did, so Mad Bush did a triathlon style race that went from Paleto up Mount Chiliad all the way down to Sandy. That was really fun, but the problem was there were a few casualties to the side of the mountain as well as some cougars, so they'd have
And
to,
a lot of fantastic people.
I think, map out a pathway that doesn't go near the cougars, which is kind of hard,
Fucking, I've been here like
or have like a way to scare them off, because like, you kind of have to shoot them
don't it?
when you're on foot.
What's up? You said 10-9? Wait, you don't know what?
I said, oh no.
Wait, what's going on the radio?
Is that Little Soul gas station open still? We'll go there anyway. If they're not there, they're not there. That's fine.
Like ride-alongs. You give the police department like $1,000. You get to do a ride-along for maybe an hour or two.
I mean, I think we offer educational ride-alongs anyway.
All right, there you go.
Yeah,
I did
well,
have a
thank you.
question for you, if you
Yeah.
have the moment. So I read, I believe.
Service for like 2K, and then I can do any ride-alongs ever.
I don't know about that one.
Why?
I head up to help with a mountain lion.
Oh, skydiving is fun, yeah.
We better
Everyone
get
gets a
going.
parachute. Guaranteed casualties.
Thank you so much for the repair and the
We better
clean.
get going.
I'll talk to you later, okay, Fox?
See you later, Mickey.
My two
You're doing
uses
amazing.
use
Sorry.
that as that I use those as stop signs, or do I just go ahead and wait for the for
Wait,
the full
sorry,
time?
start again.
Okay, sorry about that. So I believe, and I'm trying to find it now, that I had read in one of the state announcements about all the red lights.
Whereabouts was it?
I'm looking now. I may have
How long
passed
ago
it.
was it?
It's that it was within the last, I think, week or two. Because I tend to scroll through every day just to make sure if there's anything new.
State announcements?
Yeah. Maybe I was
don't
thinking
see.
things. Me either.
Let me have a look
Okay,
at
well-
Are you looking at specific charge or?
No. I'm just saying. I noticed that there are a lot of red lights that are red for a very long time, and I had thought I had read something, and I must be completely incorrect. That it said something about making sure to stop, as of course you should.
Yeah.
But it sounded like it was that if they are red for too long, that we treat them as stop signs and not
Alright, I'll read the
as-
charge to you.
Okay.
A driver facing a stop sign or steady red signal shall stop at a marked limit line or before entering the crosswalk of an intersection. A driver facing a steady circular red signal shall stop as described above and shall remain stopped until a steady circular green signal or an indication to proceed is shown. Except when prohibited by signage, a driver may turn right at a solid race signal after coming to a complete stop, yielding to pedestrians and oncoming traffic. So no, you have to stay for the full cycle.
Okay, that's fine. I do
I'm heading
anyway.
out, Hans. Thank you, big man.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, I do anyway. It's just that I wanted to verify that before I
That's okay. Yeah.
because it kind of read weird to me. At least the first part did.
Sweet, no worries. All right.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Have a great day. How's it going, sir? You going good?
Alright, let's go get some petroleum and get the fuck out of here. I've got to do adult stuff and I hate it. Wish I could stream all day, but I, you know, need to take a break. We'll be back later tonight anyway. We're not going to have a long stream tonight because I have to be up very early in the morning. Racetrack duties. I promise to send you lots of photos and stuff in the Discord and on my Instagram. What time's the alarm? I need to be there at 9 AM, so I think my alarm's probably going to be 7 AM. Give me like an hour to sort of wake up, get ready. It is going to be rush hour, so I want to leave like a little bit early, so I'll leave it like, you know, 10 to 8 or something. It's sort of like, it doesn't have to be on 9 o'clock on the dot, but I like to be kind of punctual with Renee, so. Even be there a little bit earlier, you know. Nobody working. Damn. Let's fill it up. How much are we talking? $86, fuck that. The rise kickoff at 7:30 AM. Oof. I mean, that's... You're normally up at, like, fucking Sparrow's Fart anyway. Will it really be? I'm gonna try and make it a short stream. Like, if I gotta be up at 7 AM, then I'm really not keen on staying awake until, like, 3 AM. I'll probably end up getting pretty tired early anyway, Sean, because I didn't get much sleep last night. The dog was a nightmare this morning. I'm gonna be going to the dog park and then to the gym, so I'm gonna be exhausted, so... Alright. All fixed up. My daddy told me so. I just gotta know. I think we jump on Sadie tonight, guys. I had a heap of fun on Sadie the other night. I think we should do some Sadie stuff tonight. Get into a couple of cheeky pursuits or something. Hopefully we get a good pursuit and not like a boring one. That was such a fun pursuit with her the other night. Ooh, 3 AM? Jesus, that's painful. I need to go and cut up the dog meat as well, but I need sandwich bags. No! Oh, this is going to be a painful... Oh, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to take him to the dog, but I need the treats. If I don't have treats for the dog at the dog park, it'll be an absolute nightmare. It's unlikely, yeah. He was just around that one time for shift 3, but I mean, there could be a time that she's around. Who's that? My radio was off. 3 Bravo 99 1042.
Because you should come support us on Friday, Poet. Why?
That's not very nice.
Is that because it has gay walls? Jesus Christ, Poet.
I'm really messed up.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Really messed up, man.
Can I coerce people to pay their fines, or is that... I can't coerce them to plead guilty, but I can coerce them to pay their fines, I think.
Ooh.
Go on in there. Is that you, Fox?
Yeah.
You going off duty?
Yeah, bedtime.
All right. Have a good night.
See ya.
Yeah, lazy fox.
Lazy Fox. She's actually early.
You open the door.
Yeah, I got it.
Let's see here.
Night.
Well,
Thank you.
I gotta leave your phone on you.
Yeah, I'll pay for Kitty, but nothing that can't wait. Oh, I do love playing Kitty though. I fucking love playing Kitty. She's so funny. Oh my god, like, why? Why are you chasing me? Oh my god, stop. Oh, what the fuck? Let's get our ass back to our RV and then we're gonna call it. I like to actually like roleplay that she's going back to her RV and, you know, going to bed and stuff like that, so. I love this song. I think Sadie's been really neglected lately, and I love playing Sadie. Holy fuck. Sadie's been very neglected. I want to do like, I don't have any weed though, that's the problem. I've been really enjoying playing Fox lately though. She's definitely starting to open up a bit more. Especially around, I think around Braddington as well. Like she's acting a little bit different. Like we know when she's sitting there with Baker and that, it's sort of like opened her up a little bit. What's going on here? It's marijuana. I'm loving this workout gear. Look at that. Oh my god. Well, and that's so funny. Fucking hell, miss. You're fucking terrible. She do be cute though. Alright. I'm gonna go now, chat. Oh. Gotta do adult things. I know. Adult things. Is Matt still streaming? If Matt's still streaming, we'll go raid Matt, because that was so funny. I think he is. Yeah, we're gonna go raid Matt. My Google Chrome is doing that weird thing again, though, where it doesn't show me the Twitch chat. Like, it just shows, like, one comment and then it refreshes it. Has anyone else had that issue? It's really frustrating. Also, it's not loading for some reason. Like, Matt's stream's not loading. Is he still streaming? He should be. Usually streams are, like, fairly... a bit longer than this. Is that a person? Interesting. Swear to God, if they're trying to lockpick my shit, I will lose it. Alright, my Google Chrome is being really fucking stupid. Let me open it up on... Ew, Edge. Ew. Alright, we're gonna go raid Matt. It's been fun, guys. I've had heaps of fun tonight. Today, sorry. We should be back later this evening with a short stream, because I've got to be up early in the morning. But join me on the raid. Let's go give Matt some love and call him a replicant. He's definitely the replicant, not me. Short stream. It's always a short stream, okay? It always is. Get your stonks while they're low as well. Get your stonks. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much for a wonderful stream. I'll catch you all this evening. For maybe Sadie, maybe Kitty, who knows? Criminal stuff coming. Alright. Bye, everybody. See you next